there is more paperwork coming your way, and I thought we would break it down so it wasn't so scary, and it's something that you're going to have to sign at some point anyway when working with a realtor, so you might as well know about it ahead of time. It's called the Working with a Real Estate Agent Things You Need to Know RECO Information Guide. That's a mouthful. It's from RECO, which is the Real Estate Council of Ontario. That's our governing body in Ontario for realtors. They've actually put out this guide in order to help buyers and sellers make informed decisions prior to getting into a relationship with a real estate salesperson. And I'll give you a couple of breakdowns of the different topics in there, and we can go from there. Working with the real estate agent, what you can expect from the realtor, as well as what you can expect could be your responsibilities as the client, because you definitely have a few responsibilities within that relationship. Knowing the risks of representing yourself. Now, certainly that is an option for you, and especially in today's day and age, you can go out there in a buyer or seller transaction and represent yourself. And if that does happen, good to understand the risks and the benefits of that scenario. Signing a contract with a real estate brokerage. Well, that's important to know because you're going to be signing a contract if you're going to list your house. You're also going to be signing a contract if you buy a house. So it's good to know what's in those contracts, what they mean for you, and how they are presented in order to give you the best knowledge and understanding of them prior to signing. The next one is understanding multiple representation. That's important because in Ontario, we are still allowed as agents to represent both a buyer and a seller in any transaction. So we can represent a buyer and a seller in the same transaction. And if we do that, what are your rights as the actual buyer or seller in that transaction when you know that it's multiple representation? How to make a complaint. Now, this is an important one. We are accountable for our actions as realtors, and ultimately the only people that are out there policing us aside from these governing bodies are ourselves and you guys. When things go wrong, you need to say something and you need to bring it up. This section tells you how to raise concerns with the brokerage or with RECO. I hope that helped, and let's remember that this isn't actually a contract. It's an acknowledgement that you've read this document or you've been given this document. So if your agent asks you to sign this, it's not that big a deal.